How you do, Buckaroos? How the heck are you? I'm the Whiskey Whisperer for the purpose of this video anyway. I have some issues getting this video going. Anyways, my first trip to Restless starts Kansas City, Missouri. And I picked up their Padraig's Rebellion Poitin. We used to carry the Bunratty Poitin in Springfield, but I haven't been able to find it in a while. Um, and I had a store that said they had this, but I went and looked, they didn't. So, anyways, I did want to pick it up while I was here. It's made from 100% malted barley. See, that's what intrigued me. 100% malted barley. That's a lot of barley, baby. If I had the inclination, I'd take this and just age it myself and turn it into some mighty fine whiskey. 100% malted barley whiskey. Oh my gosh. It is at 115 proof. Restless Spirits Distilling. 2023 limited release, it says. Let me show you that bottle there. So I did pour some neat because they are as a shot, because they said to use it as a shot, but they also say to pour some water in. That there is also some cocktail recipes, but for today I'm just keeping this simple. I'm going to take a sip before I attempt to shoot it, but well, that nose is insane. Again, this is an age, so what I'm getting is that spirit. Oh, it's gorgeous. A little bit of sweetness up front, almost a combination of raw sugar and honey-like sweetness. That was very interesting. God, that's delicious. Mm. God, that's incredible. I'm gonna put that off to the side for a second, and I do want to. I'm gonna put just a little bit. I got some very cold ice water, as you can see here. Put just a little bit in there, enough to get her cold. Again, it's at 115 proof, right? So adding that water, that does bring a lot of that sweetness to the nose. Really brings out those aromatics, yeah. Of just that pure malted barley. Oh, that's gorgeous, man. That's gorgeous. Wow, that's good. Oh, spank me. Oh, yeah, it's a long day, man. It's a long day. Lola was giving us trouble today. Lola. I say Lola. So, if you've ever seen the movie RV, he names the GPS Lola. So anyway, but yeah, for some reason it kept routing us rather weird today, and I couldn't figure it out. It was taking us in circles, and it wasn't. I guess it wasn't picking up the one way streets in one particular area we were at. And one particular spot, it told us to take an exit that was, not there. The exit was closed completely for repairs or whatever it was closed for, but it looked like it had been closed for quite some time. Apparently, our GPS did not pick that up, so there's a couple different times we were routed kind of funky. Lola was having an off day. So, we finally got the things we want to do today done. Back to the place we're staying. Went and grabbed a bite to eat at a little brew pub, barbecue brew pub. Boy, it was good. Yeah, called Three House. Three House. It was very good. Both the beer and the food. I just had the one beer. It was their Wheelhouse West Coast IPA. Boy, was it tasty. My wife and I split a meal. Yeah, it was a lot, man. We had the two meat combo, so we chose the two meats. She picked the meat. I picked one. We ended up with she ended up picking both of them because kind of where we were going to go anyway. But pulled pork and rib bones. It says it comes with two rib bones, but they actually gave us three and two sides. She picked the Mexican street corn. Uh, and she ate that. I didn't have any of that because I wanted the wasabi coleslaw. Because that's what I picked. And boy, that was outstanding. That wasabi coleslaw. It's not level of a horseradish coleslaw. A lot of barbecue places do make a horseradish coleslaw, and I've made it at home on several occasions. But I've never had a wasabi. Ooh, just took it to a whole other place, man. It was it was orgasmic, baby. It was good. Anyway. It was served. Everything was served KC style, which is typically on white bread, typically with onions and white bread. But this one was a little different. They gave you pickled onions off the side with a couple pickles, but the pickled onions were very good. That beer I had was very nice, though. It really was, yeah. Uh, but I was too tired and too full to have more than one, so I just had the one. It was a 20 ounce. I will confess. I did order the 20. I should have just ordered the 16 to be honest, but I couldn't stop myself. If you offer me a 20-ounce beer, I'm going to order it. If you offer me a 20-ounce beer, I'm going to order it. So I want to tell you a little bit about my visit to Restless Spirits. So I did have one cocktail while I was there. It was their mesquite smoked Manhattan, which was freaking delicious, man. They used Dolan. They used Dolan vermouth, which is the same vermouth I use at home. So I thought that was kind of nice. You know, it's not top of the line, but it's not at the bottom either. You know, it's a good middle of the road. It works. So I was glad they did it as well. But I will tell you that the service was very friendly. They were very knowledgeable, very friendly. They didn't mind answering questions about their products, and so I didn't mind buying the products. And that's kind of how that works, right? You know, if you're friendly, I'm going to buy it from you. If you're not, I'm not. No matter how good the products are, they were very friendly. So I didn't have a problem buying several products because they were just that good. They were kind of an Irish themed. Unfortunately, I wanted to buy their 15-year-old Irish, but they were out of it. I was really bummed. But I did. But they had a couple new products in, a couple of American single malt, two different American single malt whiskeys, which is different than the one I have at home from them, the Gully Town. But these two are different. So one is a four-year-old in. Gosh, I'm trying to remember now. It was a 4-year-old in new charred white oak or bourbon cask, I believe, or new charred oak, and the other one was in bourbon cask. So it's not, you don't have quite that pigment. One is 4, one is 6-year-old. But yeah, because they were different than the one I had, I went ahead and bought those too. I did visit Union Horse Distilling as well today. Unfortunately, they don't have a tap room or a lounge area, so I was a little bummed about that. But I did buy a product from them that I can't get at home. It is a Rivalist American Single Malt. That's my thing these days. American Single Malt whiskey. You don't have to buy Scotch. Scotch is highly overrated. American Single Malts are much better. That ought to piss off every Scotchman watching. Anyway, Scotsman, I should say. Yeah, I think again, better is one of those words that triggers people. Is it better? No, I personally prefer it. But Scottish people tend to think Scotch is the best. It's the most pretentious, but it is clearly not the best. It really depends on your taste. If you want everything to taste like you just licked an ashtray, hey, buy a Scotch. If you want something to taste good, hey, buy an American Single Malt. If you want to taste pure goodness, buy a good American Single Malt. I haven't tried this Rivalist yet, so I'm dying to try it. However, I've got one I want to try before then. Again, like I said, I've got the 2 American Single Malts from Restless, but I also picked up one from Switchgrass. So I'm curious about that one as well out of St. Louis. So I know I probably will try the Rivalist first. I've got these other 2, and I thought about opening them first, but I have that one open at home, even though it's different from these 2, you see? I have a dilemma. What to open first? But I've never had this Rivalist, so I'm dying to try that. So it will probably be the first American Single Malt I open. Having just told you I probably won't. And I had to think that through. Anyway, I digress. Oh man, this stuff is delicious. So I did go ahead and buy 2 of these because I am curious, right? Well, mostly because I can't buy this at home. I can't buy it at home. So I wanted to pick it up. But I may get some barrel chips and try to age some myself and see what the hell happens, or just buy some oak chips. Won't be charred, but it'll give it some oak flavor. I'm curious. Now I'm curious. Well, because I mean, like I said, it is triple distilled, copper pot still, 100%. 100% malted barley. So if you age this, you're going to get a pure malted barley whiskey. Damn. Damn, baby. And after drinking it just like this, cheese whiz and bacon. When I get home, I'll probably do a martini of sorts. I have to do it, because with this, because it is just insane. Take a little swig of water there. And cilantro. I'll give you the one and only toast I ever heard my dad do. He'd say, "Here's to the flag, the grand old flag, the flag that set us free. A whiskey glass and a woman's ass made a horse's ass of me." Cilantro. Oh, biscuits and gravy, that was great. Anyway, I am Tony the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, prayer wisdom, all around good guy. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you watching.